Welcome back to WNIHL Sheffield then for this final game of Day 2, and it pits the Division 2 South Elizabeth winners Invicta Dynamics against the North runners-up, the Manchester Storm. Looking at the Invicta Dynamics, some players for you to look out for. Number 4, Charlotte Louise Davenport Jeffrey, one of the top scorers. Alternate captain there, Anna Chiara Beltrami, Italian-born, but has played junior hockey in Canada earlier on in her career. Mel Prowls is one of the experienced campaigners on this team, and one or two missing, which we'll come to in a minute with Andrew Day. But Manchester Storm, then Tegan Lavery and goal is an outstanding young talent. The one to really look out for here is number 4, Inez Brannan, who's a former GB under-18 international. Quite a few of their youngsters who were here last year in the semi-finals for the under-16. So again, maybe a few familiar names for people to look out for there. But we are almost ready for puck drop. It's gone 10:30 and we are running a little bit behind schedule. So very quickly get underway. Joining me for this one is Andrew Day. Andrew, maybe as we're just getting underway, a couple of players that are missing for Invicta tonight, and one in particular who scored over 100 points.
Yes, Chelsea Meany, their top scorer here. She picked up a game penalty in the Falcons game, so she's suspended today, but should be back tomorrow if they win. So a big loss, 104 points, 60 goals, big high scorer. So, but they've got other goals, as you mentioned earlier. Charlotte Davenport Jeffries, very good scorer, and also Laura Potocki, another one to watch.
She certainly is, and there is the player we mentioned, Inez Brannan, going close there, right on the doorstep. But goalie Stacey Randall covering that one up. We'll see a replay of it here, but that's the top line for Manchester, who's just had that shift, and we'll head back to a bench. So a quick change. There will not be any ice cuts during the game. We've just had one between the last game and this one, but they want to try and get this game finished as soon as possible, as Amanda Q will carry that one forward. This is the first time at the playoffs for either side. Invicta, it's come off the post. Invicta, this is just their second season back in the league, having spent a few years in the development league. As for Manchester, this is year 1 of their project, as Beltrami looks to get it away. The puck sticking, and that chance just flashing wide. It was a good opportunity. Comes back to the point, shot comes in, and Stacey Randall again doing well to hold on. That shot coming through traffic, but that's quite a lively start, that, Andrew, isn't it? Both sides testing the goalies early on, and it could be 1-1 already, and not even 90 seconds on the clock.
Considering how late it is, yes, it's good to see them all going to try and get an early lead.
Indeed, yeah. Huxley Richards, I think it is, who took that draw for Manchester. One's going to be dumped in. Amanda Q will chase it down, but again it's another icing call, and that will bring the play back down the ice. So again, we've said this a few times, Andrew, but when the teams don't match up during the regular season, it's hard to call how this one will go. All we can say is that both sides have had good seasons, haven't they?
Most definitely. I generally more speak about the Invicta Dynamics. They were so close to going unbeaten, but they did lose one against Coventry, 3-2 at their place. They got challenged a couple of times, maybe early Valley Vampires, a 4-3 they won, and a 5-4 against the Falcons, but they've had a lot of big wins.
Yes, they have, yeah, and as you say, that one loss did come to Coventry, who were their title rivals throughout the season. A lot of quick changes here. Manchester running through their lineup and giving everyone a chance to get their legs under them in this game. It must be difficult as well, starting a game at gone 10:30 at night, and you've waited literally all weekend, and you're the last game, or the last 2 teams to actually get your playoff weekend underway.
I mean, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, the players get themselves psyched up for a certain time, and then they have to they do their warm-up and stuff, but then they're sitting there, they're cold and stuff, and just wondering what's going on. So we'll see what happens.
We shall indeed, as that one's controlled deep. But Manchester's had a couple of good chances already, and Invicta, when they've been able to get out the zone, have done so as well. As Brannan will carry the puck in. She is the one who scored most of her points for them, over 50 points this season. Scored 8 on her debut in just one game, or was it 9? But either way, she's had a phenomenal season, as is expected. She's a former Kingston Diamonds player who's played in the Elite League and in Div 1 before, and of course, as I said, won a medal before with GB under 18. So used to playing at a higher level, and is a real coup of a signing, I think, for Manchester in this debut season for them, as that one comes through and that's picked off by Mel Prowse and banked off the boards. It will be forward. Quite unique jersey styles as well, aren't they? Grey and maroon for Invicta, and a pink and purple combination for Manchester.
Yeah, and a lot of kind of sort of normal sort of jersey you expect, but that makes it sort of just more interesting. Or why be the same? At least you'd be able to stand out and know where you're passing your players.
Indeed. Well, as a bench minor being called on Manchester with too many players, we've seen that a few times today, haven't we, over the various games? Yeah,
I've seen a few. Maybe if you coach you're not saying the right thing, and a few too many players and that sort of thing. It's the sort of thing you don't really want to do in sort of the semi-finals, finals. You don't want to give simple penalties away, but that's hockey for you.
Well, indeed it is, yeah, and Manchester then having to go on the kill early on, but a good opportunity for Invicta to set themselves up. They've had to defend a few face-offs in their own zone, a few icing calls, and it gives them a chance to really get their legs underneath them, and with a player advantage. And Matt will pick the puck out in the corner. As puck battle continues, the puck is just about moving, but not by much, and I think they'll have to whistle it dead in a second, but no, it has come loose now. Manchester will get that one clear, but Stick on the Ice picks that one off. Beltrami looking to step in to keep it inside, but a vital poke out there by Thorpe, who gets a shot off. That's a good save by Stacey Randall. She'll hold on, and they'll defend this defensive zone face-off. Invicta. Here's the replay coming up again here, Andrew, and that was a fast breakout. It was a good opportunity. She collected off the boards, wasn't it?
Definitely. I mean, she was able to put out clear on goal. Should have expected more. Jeff Thorpe was actually the second highest scorer as well, so it was a good chance.
Indeed, yes, it was. And from the draw then, Nicole Rainey played here last year for the Manchester Storm under-16s, was a semi-finalist. Charlotte Nation is another one, and they complete that top line with Inez Brannan. So, as I say, whilst this team hasn't played at the playoffs before, there are members that have played at the playoffs either last year or in recent years, as is the case with Inez Brannan, who is from the Manchester area, but as I say, used to play for Kingston Diamonds for a few years. We get face-off back underway. And despite being short-handed, Manchester, they did have our offensive zone face-off before, which eased the pressure on their goal for a little bit, and of course ate into the penalty clock. Ivankova, who's one of the foreign-born and trained players on this Invicta side. They've had a few years in the development league, as I said, at the top of the broadcast. And after a few years away, prior to that they were obviously in the WNIHL, but having had a few years away, rebuilt the team, come back stronger, and in just their second season have won the league, won promotion, and are here at the playoffs. And it's great to have them here, as well as it is for Manchester. And back to full strength now, Andrew, and Manchester here with Brannan. That's a high glove save, it's come loose. And another one is sitting invitingly there, but Manchester, when it's at even strength, they look like they're taking the game to Invicta, don't they?
I would agree. Not a side I've seen too much being down south, but they are definitely looking in control at the moment, taking it to Invicta. As we said, Invicta haven't been changed too much, so it'll be very interesting to see how they cope.
It will indeed. That's Brannan who pulls the trigger there, looking to get that go-ahead goal. That one comes out the zone, so they'll have to retreat. There'll be a delay entry into the zone there, and that just Puts her under a bit of pressure as she retreats. Runs her up far side. Picked off at the hash marks. Manchester having to defend here now. And in goal, Tegan Lavery. Or Lavery, I probably should say, as Vancouver keeps that one inside the zone. What was quite a frantic start, it's now slowed down a little bit, hasn't it? Settled down.
I guess people are just getting used to each other, trying to get used to each side and the speed of the game, and see what they could take on. I mean, you just mentioned their netminder, Tegan Lavery. Also just looking at stats, goal. The GAA was 1.147 and save percentage of 9.42. So she's going to be quite key now.
She will indeed, yeah. They're both good goalies and have played their part in what have been good seasons for their respective sides. From a draw then. Manchester get called for icing, so they're defending this. Beltrami tried to glove it, but I think that is going to get called for a hold there. Waterhouse felt like their jersey was pulled back, and Chiara Beltrami will go in the box. This will be a power play opportunity for Manchester now, so let's see what they can do on this player advantage.
They'll definitely be looking to put a lot more pressure on. Hopefully a bit better than the see what goes on.
We shall indeed, as from the draw then, Manchester shooting behind the back of the net. It will be gathered by Nicole Rainey, one of the youngsters who was here last year. She plays on the right wing on this top line.
7 minutes 25 seconds.
Kept out the zone well by Matt. Now Manchester will re-enter, but for the time being, this kill from the Dynamics looks pretty good. They're keeping the shape well. Shot comes in, just goes wide of the goal.
I agree, they're keeping it out to the sides, which is the best. If they're going to shoot, then they have to be long, and hopefully their netminder they can see it from that distance.
Yeah, that is true. As action behind the back of the net then. Brannan brought down as she controls her back to the net. Now that's going to be another penalty. And it is going to be on Brannan for tripping. Or was it hooking? It might have been actually. But a lot of penalties here early on.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like Holly Davier's giving it for tripping. That probably wasn't really needed. Might have been a little bit of retaliation down there, but yeah, silly consider on the power play.
Yeah, it was, and well, that will negate the rest of that power play. We'll have a minute and 1 second left at 4-on-4, and then it will revert to a Invicta power play. So it has been littered with penalties early on. The shot just wide there from Waterhouse. Phipps takes it behind the back of the net. Cleared out the zone, gathered in the neutral zone by Manchester. They'll just dump it back in. Crowells once more will dig this one out. She's been part of this club a long time, and that experience will come in handy, I'm sure, throughout this semi-final clash. Puck up along the boards, controlled by the Storm, and cleared again by Invicta. And a chance to carry out now. They are now on the power play, back to 5 skaters. Nice hands. Shot comes in, high shot, which bounced off. I'm not sure it was the chest or possibly the chin bit of the goalie mask, and popped nicely into the glove for her. But yeah, chance now for Invicta to go back on the power play. And
Yeah, they'll be looking to get the likes of Laura Podolsky, maybe Charlotte Paul Jeffries set up, maybe to get some goals. But even if they just can get some pressure and get some zonal time, give them some confidence.
Yeah, and chance to clear a zone there from Jess Burns, number 95. Well, she's one of the young defenders, and again, she was here last year for the under-16 side. Impressive youngster, and the makeup of this team is primarily for those youngsters who played last year who aged out, along with one or two players from around the area, and it's a nice project. They've been very successful in terms of getting fans through the door, and fans arriving in their hundreds, we understand, Andrew, coming to watch the games there.
Well, I went down for a week. I had a couple of games late on in the season, little Saturday and Sunday down there, and they're a good crowd out there. And, yeah, they put on a good show.
Well, good to hear. It's always nice to hear, particularly these new teams who come in and are successful straight away. It's helps build a fan base as Brannan comes out the box, and straight away she controls the puck. She is really the one who will be looked to lead this team offensively. She's gone around the whole team. Can she get the shot off? She will, but a save from Stacey Randall. She knocks the net off as she makes that stop. But I mean, you can see there just the speed of her and driving towards goal, that directness. Impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, she's a quality player. These days, the speed of going out there. Well, they had it covered in that instant, but yeah, they'd have to keep on her to keep her out.
Indeed. As waiting for the puck drop then, a little bit of a delay there. Not sure why, as Thorpe takes a draw for Manchester. We'll have to clear the zone here. Does go back in. I'll allow Invicta to clear. Oh, almost connected on that pass. From what I understood, having spoken to the Dynamics coach, Chris Gruber, he's saying that he's pretty much missing his whole top line. So it's not just Chelsea Meany, but some important players. His daughter Lucy is unavailable this weekend as well, and I think she was about third top scorer. So that's a lot of offence lost, isn't it, for what is your biggest weekend of the season?
Yeah, if you're used to playing in certain lines and everything, it takes a bit of time to get used to the other team, get to build the chemistry again. And yeah, if you're already really mentioned Chelsea, like over 100 goals. I mean, that is a big loss. But if they can get through it, she will at least be back. Yeah, it's always hard work being short, but you have to play that sometimes.
Well, you do, yeah. Map in quite control. Waterhouse tangles up with McCune. Will be carried out now by Manchester. Map gets the vital touch in there. And on that far side, the captain will carry in Tammy Phipps, I think it was. As we get a whistle on the play.
Was that too many players?
Yes, it is again, yeah. This could be a long night.
Yeah, maybe I'm jinxing it. There was a lot in the first game.
Yeah,
I was commenting on.
Yeah, there was, wasn't there? It's been a long day. We started broadcasting together, didn't we, at 8:30 this morning, and here we are ending the day, and it's probably going to be gone midnight by the time we get out of here.
It's a good job we like hockey.
It really is, yeah. That one dumped in behind the back of the net. Controlled behind the goal there. It will be cleared, but Invicta it is on the kill here. Controlled by Olivia Turner. Now she's one of the more experienced D on this team. Again, she's still relatively young, but has played for the Kingston Diamonds in recent years, so she's used to making the playoffs as well. As we'll see a replay on this. This is Turner here, number 86. With a pink tape on a stick. And that is shot on net, and we'll go again then from the draw. Nicole Rainey back to a point shot on net cleared and blasted down the ice by the Dynamics, and that's exactly what they needed to do there. Burns, I think it is, back there now. Clear in the zone. Manchester carry in with Inez Brannan. Nice hands from her. Looks to get behind, gets a shot off, but a good save by Randall. She'll hold on, and bit of afters going on there again.
Yeah, some nice moves there for a minute. Showing her threat again. I've got the replay, looks like. There you go, then down the right wing a little bit. He's coming in, yeah, by one D there, by another D, and then gets the shot on target, but it was blocked.
Yep. Back underway then, as we taken behind the back of a net, and Invicta couldn't quite get it over the line, just about kept on that blue paint and kept inside there with reaction up at the top of your screen. Battle continues in front of the Dynamics bench, and then into a neutral zone. I'll dump back in with about 35 seconds left on this Storm power play. Davenport Jeffrey controls, gets a shot off. It's pops up off the blocker and then comes off the top of the boards, where it joins, where the plexi joins the boards. Chased down by Mel Prowse. Under a bit of pressure, just escaped the Manchester stick there as that one is dumped in. 5 seconds to go then on the Storm power play. And they are now back to full strength, so four caught in possession there. Collected by 4. That's a shot off, well blocked by Prowse, who's positioned herself well there, comes back in, it's come loose, but Stacey Randall had time to cover that one up. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't a great deal of chances on that power play, was there?
No, you'd have thought they'd looked at having a bit more attack, testing the goalkeeper, but still plenty of time for both teams.
Yeah, there is. It's early doors, yet to get the breakthrough. That's done back in. Phipps will go across. Slow build up here. Amanda Q is open. She'll collect off the boards and look to advance. Cleared by the Storm. Beltrami getting close to Waterhouse to make that clearance. Manchester looking to burst through the middle there. Clearance. And that will go for icing then. So yeah, I mean, it started at such a high pace, didn't it, Andrew? But then it has slowed right down now. All those penalties probably not helping. Teams switching from power play to penalty kill and back again.
Yeah, I think obviously they were nice and refreshed to begin with, and getting later in the day, and just yeah, trying to figure out each other team out and stuff, and getting used to their lines and everything. It's going to take time and slow down through the game.
Yeah,
we've got to remember this isn't the league level either.
No, that's very true. That is, yeah, absolutely right. As there's a chance here for the Dynamics to carry into the zone. Cleared. Phipps will control on the far side. Ooh, there's a mid-ice collision just off the puck. And then a shooting chance there for the Dynamics. It was Nat Green, number 7. Yep. So that's going to give them a little bit of confidence in it. They'll get the offensive zone face-off, having soaked up a lot of pressure early on so far. Kuhn with the draw. Clough will burst forward. Poke check in there. There'll be Thorpe, who will flick that one into the corner, be chased down by Clough. Again, one of the youngsters who was here last year, Olivia Clough. That one comes out the zone. Turner will leave it for a defensive partner, Burns. And then Thorpe gets a shot off, kick save, important one as well, as Manchester have players coming in there. McCann looking to put home that rebound. But yeah, not far off from getting the opening goal.
That was a good shot there.
It was, yeah. There's controlled on the far side. That's Ivankova. She shoots, but gathered in and redirected by Davenport Jeffrey. Ivankova forced to drop back. That'll be icing. And we'll go back the other way then. That'll be an opportunity for a couple of personnel changes for Invicta.
Saying it's good,
yeah.
On target, and then good block to bounce it off.
So from the draw, it was taken quickly, really. Oh, that's going to be another penalty then. Oh, chance the other way. It's going to be a Manchester power play when this does eventually stop, which is now done. And, well, Invicta having just got themselves into a good position, really, in terms of developing a bit of momentum themselves. They'll have to kill this one off again.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a reasonably good chance at the end of that as well, before the penalty was called. But we'll even have some more chances now, whereas Dynamics player in the box for a trip in the bike.
Yep.
It's number 7, so it's Nat Green.
Yeah, it is Green. Yeah, that one flies in. That'll be stopped by Stacey Randall, who seems to have been the busier of the two goalies up till now.
Yeah, on an even play, I'd say. Definitely Manchester are commanding the game at present.
Yep. Indeed they are. On the draw. It's worked back to a point. So with the Turner. It was at Peak actually who tabbed the shot in the end, but another save from Randall. That will keep the face-off inside the zone. Beltrami and Phipps having a bit of a discussion with Randall there as they regroup.
That's good work for Manchester. That's what they want to do. Just keep getting the shots on goal. Even if they get a rebound, maybe, or a lucky break.
Yeah. Shot comes in, kick save, and away. Manchester cutting in off that left wing side. Thorpe with the effort, and they scored, and there's the first goal then. Manchester getting the breakthrough, and finally someone takes advantage of that power play. And with 2:03 remaining in the opening period, it's a Manchester Storm who get the opening goal. And you can see what it means to them. That was always going to be important. Whoever scored the opening goal in this game.
Yeah, they're on the left wing. Across the Thorpe. And then, nice shot into the corner. Had bodies in the way, so the netminder might not have seen it.
Yeah.
Goal number 1 for the Manchester Storm women, scored by number 14.
From the draw then, Invicta enter the zone. Will be chased down. Peak with the assist. Manchester controlling from deep in the zone. And I mean, that's a great time to get a goal, Andrew, isn't it? A couple of minutes before the first break.
Yeah, they say just before, just as they start. Either of those are good. I mean, if you can have one, it's going to be good for your coach and stuff to set the sort that you've broken the deadlock. You can then you can beat that goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Olivia Turner rides that challenge from Postavka rather, and gets it away, rink wide to Davenport Jeffrey. It's chased down. It will be an icing call on the Dynamics end with less than a minute remaining in this opening period now.
Still might be trying to double their lead. Maybe then obviously the opposite for Dynamics to want to not concede again, take it in and then regroup.
Yeah, exactly. For anyone who doesn't know, Invicta is in Kent. It's their rink is in Gillingham in the Medway area, and not that far out of Manchester, really. Out of London, rather. I'm sorry, folks. It's been a long day. Trust me. Just sort of to the southeast of London. And that's carried out by the Storm. A very slow, tentative bit of play in the neutral zone there. Shot comes in, high shot again. Avery trying to make the save. Kick save. And then a Dynamics player sort of falling over the top of a prone Manchester player. But I'll do it for the first period then. And a period, I think the Storm with that lead probably just about edged it, didn't they?
I'd agree. As we said earlier, when it was even strength, they were the best on there, and Jeff Thorpe getting them the lead.
We're going to take a short break. Be back with you in 5 minutes' time. Please don't go anywhere. Welcome back to I Sheffield then, as we are back underway for the start of a second period for this late night broadcast, which is one of the latest ones I think I've ever done. Certainly at a playoff weekend. I don't ever remember being here beyond 10:30 for a final face-off, but we're probably going to be approaching midnight by the time this one's done and dusted. As Manchester will enter the zone, a shot comes in. It was a good effort, actually. We get a whistle on the play, but a direct start here from the Storm, just as we saw at the start of the first. Oof, kissed the bottom of the post, didn't it?
That was really close.
Yeah, just come loose and it could have gone anywhere. So Charlotte Nation switched to the left wing and have got Inez Brannan now taking the face-offs at centre. Changing things up a little bit. There's Burns. chance for Podstavka to push out. Blast clear, and now once more Dynamics can carry out, this time with Davenport Jeffrey. Picked off by Inez Brannan, using her feet to get it onto the stick. Mel Prowl sticking with her, using her stick as a belt at times there, but no call. If she can get away with it, you'll do it. Gets back onto the backhand there. Davenport Jeffrey just a little bit far off getting that equaliser. I think there's a last-ditch challenge coming in as well from the Storm, and it's going to be an icing call. So that'll bring the face-off back down into the Storm zone. But lively start to the second period.
Yeah, a bit like the first. They started really early. Both teams have had chances. With Charlotte down the attacking the Manchester Storm back at the end there after the Manchester turn.
Yeah. I don't think Davenport Jeffrey's left the ice for, well, certainly not since the restart, and I think she had the last few shifts as well. She's double and triple shifting here, I think.
I mean, that is one of their best players. So she's got elite league experience as well. So she's one of the top forwards in that league still.
Yeah, like you say, you would expect her to be utilised and use a fair amount of ice time. McCann works it back, blasted clear by Olivia Turner. Now on the far side, centre and pass. Oh, is it put home? It is. I didn't see it go in, but I could see McCann was certainly on the doorstep waiting to pounce, and she stabbed it home, and it's 2-0 Storm. You got the replay of it here. She was screened a little bit from the defender, so I couldn't actually see what was if she put it in, but it certainly looked from her body language that she had. There we go. Oh, it come off the post again, and I think she just tapped the rebound over the line. Davenport Jeffrey does now finally leave and goes back to a bench.
Goal number 2 for the Manchester Storm women, scored by number 49.
Huxley Richards will carry in.
Unassisted at 22 minutes and 12 seconds.
Goodell kept inside the dynamic zone then. Huxley Richards gets a shot off the base of the goal frame. Ferrier pushes it back. Now Mapp can carry forward. Green is an option out wide left, and she'll find her. Now Green shoots on net, deflected off a Manchester stick. I think it was Huxley Richards getting back there. And then that will be collected off the end board, sent around. And cleared, carried out, and they'll have to drop back here once more. Invicta and build again. Got a bit of work to do here now, Andrew, haven't they? A 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, they wouldn't have wanted that earliest goal in the second period. Storm are still looking the better time at the moment. So,
it's gone in again. It was shot by, 100% sure who it was, might have been Huxley Richards, but it was in the low slot, shot on net. And I think it was just a powerful enough effort which was enough to find that bottom corner. And the replay of it here starts out in the corner. Richards gets it under control. It was bouncing a little bit, and she stroked that one home nicely. Clean connection.
Goal number 3 for the Manchester Storm women.
And it's escalated quite quickly now into a 3-0 lead.
Huxley Richards.
Yeah, again, ideal time to score. Again, like I was saying earlier, at the start or the end, the perfect time to do that. Just give them extra.
I know what you're saying.
So it's late.
It is very late, to be fair. Yeah,
momentum was probably the word I was looking at.
yes, I think so. Yeah, no, you're right, and the momentum is certainly with the Storm right now. shot into it goes into a corner, in actual fact, off target. And I mean, really, Dynamics need to get a goal in quick, don't they, just to get themselves in the game and give them a little bit of hope and belief here.
Yeah, well, this was some shots on target to test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, indeed. That one comes to centre red. Invicta will be promoted up to the Valerie Conference for next season. Oh, kick save. Shot on the backhand, but good save once more from Lavery.
Yeah, Charlotte would have probably wanted that back and probably get that bit targeted better.
Yeah, exactly. That one comes through, nice kick save. Davenport Jeffrey on target. Matt will take the draw. For Invicta, I should say. We've got some nice bagpipe music for Rambo, haven't we?
yeah, just helping celebrate the win from earlier.
Yeah, he'll be pleased with that, for sure. In the corner. Green it is, trying to work it back free. Amanda Q on this line. This is Davenport Jeffrey, I think, is it? Yeah, I think so. Beltrami in an advanced position, just getting back in time. That's Map carrying it forward. Cleared from behind the back of the net. Manchester getting bodies behind the puck, getting it away. Phipps steps into the play, but Brannan gets in behind her. Beltrami has to come across. Brannan, shot on net. It's almost redirected there by Nation. Now carried out by the Dynamics, and Phipps, rink wide pass. That will allow him to enter his own. Amanda Q will leave it for Nat Green. Off by the Storm. Jess Burns striding forward. Burns gets a shot off, deflected away by Mel Prowls, who was getting back well there. Inside the zone. Turner. Shot coming in there from Thorpe. Sent around the boards. Burns just wide of a target, hits the base of the goal frame and comes back out. Burns will keep it inside and it will come over the zone, out over the blue line and out the zone, I should say. Ferrier trying to gather, but Storm very quickly dumping it back in. McCann puts it back to Jess Burns, who's had a lot of the puck on this shift. Shot comes in, just steered wide, picked off by Phipps, just outside of the crease and away. They'll carry out now, forward to Davenport Jeffrey. She's in on goal. Can she finish? No, it's a big save there from Tegan Lavery. I mean, to me, it just seems like Invicta are really missing Chelsea Rainey, aren't they?
They're definitely missing Chelsea Rainey. I mean, yeah, it looks like Charlotte's got it. I mean, you see the replay there. I think Burns put her off a little bit there, which probably helped the netminder there. But yeah, if Minnie was out there, and even if she was marked, it would give more time for Charlotte as well.
Yeah, Davenport Jeffrey just flashes wide of a target. Wasn't off by much. Along the boards. Shot comes in from Huxley Richards. Collected in the neutral zone. It comes across. Huxley Richards again. Put under a bit of pressure there. by McCune. Prowls. Actually, Richards gets a shot off, just dragged wide. Cleared away. Prowls again. Bundled over. That's going to be a penalty. It was Laura Podstavka who was brought down. So, oh no, it is going to be on. Yeah, it is. It is on Manchester. Yeah, I was going crazy for a second there.
It's up for cross-checking, I think, as well.
Yeah, no, it was Podstavka was definitely brought down. So, a chance for Invicta to capitalise here. If they can get a goal back, it would make things interesting.
Yeah, chance for them, maybe change the momentum, get some shots on target and make a game of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a side that only lost once throughout the regular season. That was to the second place team and their main challengers, Coventry. So it's uncharted waters really for them, isn't it, to be behind like this as that one comes in. Brannan with the effort, forcing the stop from Stacey Randall.
No, very true. I think we said in the podcast as well, I thought that might have helped them losing that one game just to sort of get them focused.
Yeah. So we have a face-off inside the dynamic zone. Manchester are short-handed, but they're not letting that bother them right now. Back to Jess Burns. Picked off, though, by, I think it was Beltrami. Indeed it was. Puck battle in the corner. Oof, bit of a reaction there. But no call, so we continue. Burns collects off the boards, banks it off them low, and then somebody's brought down, and that's not been spotted. Looked like Rainey was brought down. That's to be icing called. So the correction on the second goal. So it was an unassisted goal for McCann on the second Manchester goal.
Oh, yeah, I thought that shouldn't have been icing because Charlotte got down that end before them, so that's why they put it in the centre ice instead.
Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah, only the second time this weekend that's happened. That's not bad going, is it? Really, considering this is game 13 of the weekend. There's that one. Comes to Davenport Jeffrey. Wide pass. Phipps comes it around the boards. Chance for him to have a bit of offensive zone time here. Prowls does well to glove that, keep it inside, winds up the slap shot. It's absorbed though by the Storm and Inez Brannan, and she'll blast it clear. That will release Nicole Rainey.
30 seconds left of the power play.
Yeah, we're past the midpoint of the game. That one's dumped in. Found on the clearance. That's allowed the Dynamics to set up once more. Robin Mapp doing a good job behind the back of the net, but Manchester looking to come out and flood the offensive zone. They're quite a young side, Manchester, as well, aren't they? And they've got the speed in their legs to really stretch Invicta at times.
Yeah, you can see that. I mean, Invicta's supposed to be on the power play at the moment, but it's Manchester still attacking.
Yeah, it is, yeah. They are back to full strength now, but yeah, certainly before that they were, weren't they? As Manchester will gather in the zone after that bit of a nervy start in the first period when they exchange chances and indeed penalties. It's settled down a little bit. It is Manchester who are having the better chances. They probably were just about good value for that lead at the end of the first. They've added 2 quick goals here early on in the second, and it's taken the sting out of the game a little bit, and they are controlling it right now. They're quite comfortable, but they can't relax because Invicta are a quality side and give them a chance. And we saw before, didn't we, that Kingston Diamonds were up by 3 goals and suddenly lost 6-3 to Swindon out of nowhere. And talking to the Swindon girls afterwards, they were perplexed. They said they couldn't believe it had happened, really, but the game had changed the way it did. That one comes in because they always say a two-goal lead in hockey is the most dangerous one to defend, but a 3-goal one is quite a comfortable lead, isn't it?
Most definitely. I think partly also in that situation, obviously, I think it was about 7 Swindon players that have been playing in the elite final as well. So they were quite tired. So at least then, when it got to the first period, they had an ice cut. So they had a bit more of a break and they could get refocused and stuff. And they had quality players in that side that got the back in it. Yeah,
that's exactly what they needed. It was exactly that. They just, the whole of the Swindon team just about had been either playing for Queen Bees or Guildford. The shot comes in from Davenport. Jeffrey forces a save from Lavery, and we'll get a face-off inside the Manchester zone. But the point being that yes, a 3-goal lead is nice, but doesn't mean you've got the game won. Not yet. Controlled now. Davenport Jeffrey out wide. Controlled along the boards. Now on the far side, it's Dewey, number 53, the defender for the Storm. Now Prowse comes across. Tipped on by Davenport Jeffrey. That will wave off the icing. They'll be able to enter the zone and chase this one down, but Manchester not under an immediate amount of pressure. And that one's a shot coming in from Prowse has hit one of our own players there. We're going to get a stoppage. I mean, that was a fiercely driven shot, and that would have hurt, I'm sure.
Yeah, she went in quite quick to stop it going out of the blue line and hit it really hard.
Well, she's getting up. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Getting up quite quickly. So she wasn't down for long. It's always a positive sign. But it's gone quieter in here. But to be fair, it's a decent crowd, isn't it? Considering the time, and with a few from Manchester and Invicta have made the trip here, which is nice to see.
Yeah, being about 30 now. I mean, yeah, it's good stuff. But, yeah, just getting off here, so that looks okay. So, yeah, they don't want to lose Charlotte.
No, certainly not.
Especially with Meany out, they don't want to lose their second top scorer.
Indeed. A face-off outside the Manchester zone then, with just under 7 minutes remaining in this second period. Collected at centre red. Now Prowse will carry in. Gleave getting a stick to it to try and break that play up. That'll be carried out now by the Storm. To a backhand here. Well controlled. Well set up in the zone here, digging it out the corner. Burns will gather. Podstavska looking to break out, but still with the Storm. Gleave. And that will force the save then. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Storm. And we'll get a face-off now with Inez Brannan about to take the draw. Invicta will control. Shouting going on as they battle along the boards. Well blocked by the combined effort of the Manchester D there as Invicta went towards goal. And out we come. Nicely done by Nicole Rainey. That will force another save out of Stacey Randall, and they will hold on.
Yeah, Manchester still keeping that pressure up. They're not letting Invicta in this game at present.
Yeah. Comes in. And cleared. Shot from distance. Manchester really trying to turn the screw here, aren't they, and add to their lead.
Keep the pressure. I mean, it's also the best way to defend. It's just keeping it down in the attacking zone as well.
Yeah. Picked off in the face-off circle by the Dynamics. It's rolling on its side there, the puck. And it will just clear. No icing. Cleared the crease and away from the goal. Dumped back in. It's a north-south game here with the puck going back and forth. Peak. Back along the boards once again. And the whistle will go. That will be for the offside. And another stoppage, but yeah, edging towards the end of a period. I'm just going to read out a message to you because due to the late running schedule today, we have gone somewhat over. This stream you're watching now will shortly end on this particular link. A new link has been sent to the email you used to register, so please do check your inbox and then use that new link to continue watching the game for the third period. So you're fine up until the end of this period, but please do check your inbox and click on that link. This current link will end shortly. So, that's gone in. That's 4-0. The Manchester Storm adding to their lead then in a period where the game's really turned in their favour. Waterhouse, I think it was, who got the final touch, was it, Matthew? Andrew?
Yeah, that's right. Storm had Hannah Waterhouse was a bit on the break and then just shot it, and I thought it was going to get saved, but no, it went under the netminder and they extend their lead to 4. Here we go, the replay here.
Yeah.
So just
well finished. Yeah, very well done. So, we increase their lead to 4. And they're in control. Inez Brannan, who hasn't scored yet, but has been very prominent in it. Shoots, that one pops up. It's a good save, though, by Randall. Did enough just to take the power out the shot and then was able to deal with the rebound as it came back out the air. Here we go. Brannan's shot straight down the slot. It might have popped off the top of a blocker, actually.
Goal for Manchester scored 14 and assisted with 36-07.
Back underway. Jess Burns will drop back. She controls nicely, quickly gets the puck across. Over to the right wing side. And up the boards and away. Again, Invicta looking to play out patiently. King will chase this one down. Fouls. far side, Manchester looking to clear the zone, but it won't come out. They've got a nice little turnover here. Gets a shot off, kick save, comes back out, and Turner, I think it was, who was on hand to clear it away. 2:22 left in the second, and Invicta looking like they're getting closer to getting their goal. It would be nice for them to get one back, just to make the third period a little bit interesting. So it's a 3-on-1 here with Manchester Storm. Gets a shot off and it is scored. That's Inez Brannan, and you were never going to keep her quiet for very long, and she gets that breakthrough. See a replay here. Took it well. Again, 3-on-1, didn't need the passing options and drilled low into the bottom corner. And it's 5-0.
Yeah, finish quality there. Yeah, she had plenty of time. Obviously, the defender was blocking the pass, so she just as much time she likes, and quality player like that will put it better than that.
Yeah.
Goal number 5.
So back underway then, and it's going to be controlled by the Storm once again as they push out. Yeah, an assisted goal.
Goal 5 for Manchester Storm 4, unassisted at 37:56.
Listen to play here. I think 36 left in the period. It's going to be nice and cool. They'll drag the play back down. Unit will stay out there for the Storm. Robin Mapp will take the draw for Invicta to Charlotte Davenport Jeffrey. Across to the far side. Connolly will challenge for a putt there. It's going to be swept clear off the doorstep, and Storm looking to break here. It's a 3-on-2 just about. Invicta are desperately getting players back. Now, leave pushed aside. Evans can't quite control. Invicta with Davenport Jeffrey will gather it. Oh, puck just got away from it just as she was about to gather it in. That was a. I think the angle was getting a bit wide there, Andrew, wasn't it? It was even if she had it under control, it would have been asking a lot of her to find the net from there.
Yeah, it would have been a bit tough. She possibly could have controlled it going around or something, but
yeah. So a reminder, folks, then, as we're in the final minute of this period, due to the late running schedule, the stream will shortly end on this link. A new link has been sent to your email, the one that you used to register for this weekend. And if you can please check your email inbox, use the new link to continue watching the game for the third period. But this current link will end shortly. Please use the new link that has been sent to you by email.
Storm going back on the power play.
They are, yeah.
It was a body check penalty.
Yeah.
Wrong fix.
Yeah, it is. It's not getting any easier for the Dynamics. I mean, this is quite uncharacteristic for them, isn't it? Because we've seen them have such a dominant season, and they've found it tough against what is a very strong Manchester side, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I was expecting to put a closer battle here. They've put up some big scores again in the league against a lot of them. And there's only a couple of fixtures I mentioned at the start of the game that have really been close or challenged.
Yeah, yeah. And that will do it then for this second period. So remember, folks, this link is going to end on this for this particular stream. Please check your email inbox and click on the link we've sent through to you. You'll be able to continue to watch the third period, which will begin in just under 5 minutes' time. So we'll see you all shortly.
Happens at Whitney.
Yeah, I know. Back on air then. We were just saying about the lateness of the time. And this one will be done well after midnight. So these teams playing now, or sorry, rather a winning team from this game, as Brannan fires, which at this moment in time is looking increasingly like the Manchester Storm. We'll be back on the ice late morning, early afternoon tomorrow, so not a great deal of turnaround for them. As puck comes through to the back of the net there, or behind the net, I should say. Prowls fires, it's deflected at high glove save from Lavery. That's a good stop, as that was shot from distance and through traffic. Yeah, just a reminder, folks, the link has now changed, so the original one that you clicked on will expire because we have run over schedule due to a late running schedule, I should say. So please do check your emails, and if you haven't already switched over and clicked on the new link, please do so now, because this one will cut off at some point. And for those of you who are now on the new link, welcome. Prowls fans on that one, and she tries to clear. And apologies if it's we are sounding a little bit tied up here. We have been at the rink since 7:30, as I say, this morning on Sunday morning. We are almost on Monday morning as we approach midnight. It's been a long day as that one comes in. Controlled by Manchester. This is game 7 of 7 today on this slate. Oh, it's forward. Lovely pass as well. Brannan sidesteps one challenge and drills it home for goal number 6 and her second of the evening. I mean, Andrew, it's we've had, this is game 13 as I've just said, we've had 12 close games. I know the last one it sort of escalated towards the end, but for 3/4 of it was quite a close game. This one has gone out of character and it is becoming a one-sided scoreline, but throughout it has been a very close playoffs, hasn't it, up until this game, really.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend with a lot of close games out there. We've been treated to some great hockey, and I suppose that there was going to be the odd game and stuff.
Yeah.
This was going to happen. You get a bit of a mismatch, but it could have been a lot different if Chelsea Meany had been there.
I would imagine it would be, yeah, over 100 points from her this season. Kind of disappointed I didn't get to see her, to be honest. Would have been nice to have seen her in this game, but of course, if Invicta do somehow stage a remarkable comeback, she will be able to play in the final tomorrow because her ban will be served. But yeah, it's the way it is, and this Invicta side, you know, they are missing, I think, their top line, which will make a difference to them, and certainly different to one that has dominated the 7th division of the Elizabeth. They have clinched promotion to Valerie for next year. Manchester, well, we're not entirely sure how that's going to play out just yet. As it stands, Caledonia won the division and therefore claimed promotion, but with expected divisional realignment for next year, they might still get a chance to go up. And it's pretty clear Caledonia and Manchester were a good step ahead of the rest of the teams in that Northern Elizabeth division, weren't they?
Yeah, I think Manchester was the one that gave Caledonia at least a little bit of a challenge and stuff. It was a bit similar though in the south as well. I mean, you had the Domination Coventry, the top 2 in there, so you're going to have the different levels, especially as they're the side of it's kind of the bottom league of each side, so you can have new teams coming in, so they have to sort of gain confidence, learn lines and so on. Yeah, indeed. Yep.
Invicta will clear. Oh, Davenport Jeffrey can get in behind Will here. Moves it back, but well positioned defending there from Dunford. That one shot through traffic from Foster. It's blocked and will come out. Green looking to get it away. And then attempt to re-enter, but it's cleared once more by Clough. There's some Storm fans in full voice. I don't think I've heard them chant since the old Manchester Storm men's team of the Super League in the late 90s, so it's going back a bit now. Huxley Richards will control. Of course, the men's team have announced they're returning to the what was the 9X and then the MEN Arena in Manchester, leaving their Altrincham home. But this female Manchester Storm side very much based in the Altrincham rink. We're going to face off inside the dynamic zone. Draw from Rainey. That one is gathered and then cleared. Davenport Jeffrey on the backhand. That one bobbles through the crease and will be covered up by Tegan Lavery. She will hold on. We'll get a replay of that coming up here now. And yeah, kind of 1 against 3 there, but still able to get the shot on target. Did well, didn't she?
Good get shot, but it was going a little bit sort of tight as well,
yeah.
So wasn't a great angle.
No, it wasn't, but did what all she could really in that situation. Ivankova keeps it inside, and again for a second time, forcing Connolly to clear, and then a third time Ivankova will keep it inside, and then whiffed clearance, and then for a fourth time Ivankova will keep it inside, doing a good job doing the Abby Sylvester role on this team, keeping the puck inside the offensive zone. Mel Prowls fires from distance, that one cannons back off the end boards, and then carried out from behind the back of the net. Nice work here by Rainey. Looking for the set-up play. Behind the back of the net now. Collision, both slowly getting up. We are going to whistle. Not quite sure what the issue was there, but they seemed to be both getting up, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I thought they might have continued, but...
Well, at least it's a little bit of a later start for folk tomorrow, including ourselves. It's a 10 o'clock start for the first Division 2 final, and then as soon as that one finishes, the second will follow, which should be around about midday. I was going to say midnight. It should be around about midday. So less than 12 hours for what looks like will be the Manchester Storm to play again. I mean, Caledonia's game only finishing a couple of hours before that, so two teams will be on the ice, will both be a little bit tired, but do you think those extra couple of hours might make a difference for the Steel Queens?
Yeah, I'd probably say definitely. If you could have a couple more hours sleep, this is definitely going to happen. This kind of reminds me of something I heard about in the men's sort of NIHL 1 and 2 finals they had here. I think like Cell Jets had to be a couple of years ago. They had to play really late here and then had to play the next day in the final, and their players retired. So
yeah. Yes, indeed, as Burns will stride forward then. Force wide onto a backhand, cut out and blasted clear. And that's going to be cool for icing, is it? No, she's put her arm down now, the official. Amanda Q along this left wing side. Storm controlling along the face-off dot with Jess Burns. Podstavka, centering pass. I think Burns got a piece of it on the way through. Dynamics though enjoying a bit of time in the offensive zone, keeping this move going with Phipps. Nice little setup on the backhand. Amanda Q, it came at her row, it sort of landed at her feet and couldn't quite dig it out. Burns again seems to be everywhere for Manchester on this shift. Beltrami comes across, keeps it inside, or initially, but then it comes out. Thorpe will blast clear, gets into a corner with Phipps keeping her honest. 12:35 to go in regulation. Davenport Jeffrey comes across onto the far side. It will be Clough initially, but then to control for Manchester, but then Invicta get it back. Now we've got another too many players penalty. How many is that now? 3, 4 in this game, Andrew?
At least 3. That definitely doesn't help either team when that happens.
Yeah, it's not helped Invicta. Manchester scored at least once on the power play from one of those penalties, I seem to remember. Davenport Jeffrey is the one who's going to serve it, and possibly not the player you'd want to lose in that situation, given that she is the most likely goal scorer for them. I mean, right now, Andrew, you'd probably say Invicta, it's just about taking it one step at a time, but they probably just want to get a goal right now, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, if they get a goal, a bit of confidence, shows what they can do a little bit. I think it'd be a bit of a miracle now for them to actually win the game, but if they can win, get a goal or two just to finish a bit on the high.
Yeah, definitely. That one goes rink wide, collected off the boards. Mel Prowls just rides that challenge from Waterhouse. Now she'll carry in, it deflects up off Huxley Richards' stick and will go behind the back of the net. It will be gathered in by the Storm Row, and they've got time to play. Huxley Richards will control, takes it down the left wing side, and Victor Rowe enjoying a bit of time there in the offensive zone, short-handed. Will kill off a few seconds off the clock. 11:30 to go. Minute and 8 to go on the power play for the Storm. It's worked back to the point. Flicked on. And then control from behind the back of the net. Well controlled by Robin Mapp. Huxley Richards now for Manchester will carry in. Force wide, some nice defensive play there by Mel Prowls, making sure she doesn't allow Huxley Richards to get that pass off. 30 seconds left on the power play for a Storm then. They'll keep it inside with Huxley Richards, just using that stick reach there. Gets a shot off, big rebound, comes off her pads from Stacey Randall. Huxley Richards again, she's been very busy on this shift, on this power play. Little clearance there by the Dynamics, just breaking the play up, sends the puck behind the back of the net. 5 seconds left on the Storm power play. Not much left longer to convert here if they were to do so, but then that's it done then. Davenport Jeffrey checks back into the game, and Dynamics will clear. Davenport Jeffrey will race onto that one. She's rested for the last couple of minutes, so can use that renewed energy to her benefit. Prowls can't quite control, and it will be Nicole Rainey who will carry in her momentum, sees her advance, and then turned aside by Stacey Randall inside the final 10 minutes of the game. Rainey shrugs off that challenge from Nat Green. Comes loose. And then cleared. And a nice pass forward from Ivankova to Davenport Jeffrey. Forces a save out of Tegan Lavery and will hold on. So we'll get a face-off inside the Storm zone here. Nat Green from the draw. Centering pass comes to Davenport Jeffrey at the high slot, faked the slap shot and then tried to steer it around, but I think it was Rainey who picked that one off in the end for the Storm. Now, they'll break through with Inez Brannan. She's on a hat-trick, remember. Can she finish this one? Good save by Randall. So she will hold on. Get a quick replay of this one here. Lovely breakout by Brannan. Again, using that fast breakout that she's got. Shot comes in, glove save. And we'll get the face-off coming up next for you. And Victor looking to get a break on here. It's almost a 3-on-1 here. Davenport Jeffrey goes wide. That's a good save there by Lavery, who every time the Dynamics look like we've got a break on there, she comes up big for her team, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's been picking up that. I think maybe Charlotte should have passed that to Green. She was past that, and she was then pretty well an empty net to scored in. But you can't blame Charlotte. She's second top scorer, but yeah, maybe the pass would have been better that time.
Perhaps, yeah, she had players up there with her, but you can understand why somebody with her scoring record wouldn't want to shoot the puck in that situation. In a similar situation earlier, we saw Manchester with a 3-on-1 or a 3-on-0, and the puck handler, or puck carrier rather, was the one who took the shot and scored, and we've seen that, I think, in an earlier game as well, in the first of these semi-finals. Davenport Jeffrey sweeps that one towards goal, didn't get enough power in it really to test Lavery. Hit her low down at the bottom of the pads. Coming out the corner. Flicked on and out the zone. Beltrami turns on her heels and clears. Forward up the line, Amanda Q. And then gathered on the blue line. Carried in by Olivia Turner, who's possibly the most experienced defender on this Storm side, or at least has got the most experience of playing in the high divisions of the WNIHL. 7:20 to go. There'll be a cover-up. And, yeah, I mean, Manchester still looking like they want to add goals to their tally, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're going to try and keep the shutout and just get some points, get some confidence for tomorrow.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed the Wenger boys got cut short there. It's the best song we've had all night, as Huxley Richards' effort is blocked. I'll keep it inside. That deflects up off the stick of Barrett. Big rebound. Yeah, that one comes loose. The whistle had already gone, and I don't think Randall had got it quite under control, but she won't mind that. The whistle goes, it'll help her out. We are past the midnight mark, Andrew, and started commentating on one day and we're finishing in another. It's been a long day, hasn't it?
It has. I think we were both here around 8ish, obviously.
Half 7, I think we were here, weren't we?
Even, yeah, maybe even then. And I mean, yeah, first game at 8:30 we were both on. Obviously, you've been on here all the day. Don't know how you've done that. I mean, I've been busy running out interviews and everything, but
plenty of E-numbers. That's how I've done it so far.
Yeah, plenty of caffeine, I think, for me.
Huxley Richards over on this near side. Still they continue to battle up along the boards, and a big mention to our camera guy Matthew, who's not stopped either. He's not really left his station all day, and believe me, that is a tiring job when you're standing up operating a camera all day. So spare a thought for him as he brings these pictures to you. Excellent quality they are, as well as a collision at mid-ice. Huxley Richards was one of them who was down for Manchester. She's back up on her feet now, but there's a Dynamics player still down there, just being checked on by one of her teammates. She is getting up more or less straight away, and good to see that it hopefully isn't too serious.
I think that was a kneeing penalty, that was Holly Neenan.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I didn't see it first time, but it did look like that was the contact. That was the replay there, just to confirm it. No one's gone to. Oh, they have gone into a box. Sorry, yeah, they have. So a power play then for the Dynamics with 6:15 to go. The consolation for them, of course, Andrew, is that they will be presented with their league winners' medals, caps, and trophy.
Very true, yeah, well deserved winning the league, but I guess it's not quite the same like winning it and a game, is it? And then, but yeah, they deserve to get the medal still.
Well, yes, of course, it's a separate competition at the playoffs, of course, but yeah, it's a bit of a consolation, but at least they come away from this weekend with something to take home with them, and for their efforts this season. I know it's been a proud season for the club. Today hasn't been their day, and I'm sure they'll come back stronger next season. which of course we hope they do. That one will be dumped in. Brannan will chase it down. Nice work from her. Oh, centering pass, but it's a little bit behind the play, and it will come out the zone. A little bit too much mustard on it. 5:33 to go, ticking ever closer to his conclusion. And we'll be back with you in a few short hours, really, for the finals. Oof, that was a heavy collision. Brannan feeling the full force of that. And we'll get another stoppage here. And Brannan is getting up okay relatively quickly, thankfully, as is the Dynamics player as well. But just lost an edge, fell into her and then over her. I think it was Robin Mapp. Both players back up and on their feet and heading back to a bench. So that's good to see. 5:18 to go. From the draw, Manchester will drop back behind the net. They'll control it. They just want to see this game out now, don't they, Andrew? You'd think.
I think everyone now pretty well wants.
Yes.
I've got a feeling it's been such a long day. I mean, no one's going to go. They're not going to come back from. Well, you can't say never. I've seen 3 goals scored in a minute, but I can't see that happening.
No, you wouldn't have thought so. As you say, it's. We do want to just see it out, and that's no disrespect to either side. It's been a long day, and we are more than ready to rest up ahead of tomorrow. Foster keeps it inside. It's just disappointing for Invicta. We were hoping for their sake they'd get a couple of goals themselves and make it more of a contest, but it's just not really been their night, and hampered in the preparation, losing that top line. But what might have been had everybody been available, we shall never know. Collision on the far side, that's going to be a penalty then. Manchester just back to full strength, but I'd imagine they are about to go back on the kill here. 4:03 to go.
Tripping penalty called now.
Yeah. Evans was called for a penalty.
Maybe a chance for Invicta to get a consolation goal, maybe.
Yeah, and it would be nice. I mean, obviously Manchester want to keep the shutout, I realise that, but it would be nice for Invicta just to have a bit of a consolation and say they've got a goal at the playoffs, because it's not been the best game for them. Ruth Evans, yeah, with the tripping penalty. Charge down, Dynamics and Freya McCune. They are certainly trying here to get on the score sheet. Manchester trying to get it away. Phipps from the point, floats one in. Robin Mapp couldn't quite get on to the end of it, nor could Charlotte Davenport Jeffrey. That one will clear with 3:22 to go and about 1:18 left on the power play. Freya McCune. Oh, it was a no-look drop pass, and it was almost picked up. Well, it was picked off by the Storm, but they were unable to capitalise on it. Mapp. Now McCune, who will go the other way now, draws that challenge from Turner. Flicked on. Comes through for Nicole Rainey. Can she finish? Oof. Good save by Stacey Rainey. It just rolled along the bottom of her pads, didn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, good stop there.
Shot comes in, ripples the net, but it's wide with about 35 seconds left on the power play now. Jess Burns shoots, but the whistle goes. And another penalty. It's Inez Brannan. She's not convinced it was a penalty, whatever it was called. Slashing. Okay, yeah. Let's see if we... We'll see what the replay says. It's a 5-on-3 here. Here's the chance for Nicole Rainey. Is a timeout called. Yeah, just rolling along them pads and wide. Mel Prowl's there to collect. Oh, we could hear James Ashton shouting from the other side of the ring. telling them to sit down because she could talk herself into a further penalty. And with tomorrow's final in mind, the last thing they want is to lose her to a suspension when it's they're pretty much guaranteed they're going to be had this game won now. And you know, if Inez Brennan doesn't play another minute of this semi-final, it's not going to affect the outcome, is it?
No. I mean, you can see from like Chelsea Meany not being playing for Dynamics, they don't want their top scorer. Then Inez being out, it'd be a shame for her to do that.
Yes, yeah, and she was arguing with the official. Well, I'll say arguing. She was obviously frustrated that the call was against her. She didn't feel it was the right call, and she was just trying to put a point across. But you can understand Coach James Ashton just not wanting to talk herself into further trouble. And if they gave her a misconduct, then that could be her out of tomorrow's game. Obviously, as I say, it doesn't really matter what happens now, but you don't want it to affect any preparations for tomorrow. And it is going to remain 5-on-3 for the next 16 seconds, so it does give the Dynamics the best chance they've had all game to get a goal. It's the first two-player advantage they've had up until now. 2:18 left. Map will carry in, drop pass. Map again. That one floats into the corner to Phipps. Oh, couldn't keep that one in either. And they're back to 4 skaters now, Manchester. Inside the final 2 minutes. Mel Prowls will gather. Inez Branham back up on her feet, getting ready to come back into the game. About 1:15 to go. So she will get about 30 seconds of ice time when she comes back on. But that one dumped in by Turner. Olivia Turner, the other player on this team to have iced for the Kingston Diamonds, along with Inez Brannan. A number of years ago now, but they were playing for the elite team and the Div 1 team, so it will have helped them coming into this one to know what to expect. Face-off will take place inside the dynamic zone. Thorpe with a draw. Shots blocked and charged down. Ferris couldn't quite control. Now Map will. I don't think she's really left the ice much today, has she?
Yeah, it's been on there a lot. I mean, she's the captain, tried to lead the way for them.
Yeah, indeed. Map and Davenport Jeffrey, two important players. The captain, one of the leading scorers, is Beltrami.
15 seconds left on the power play.
Yeah, Podstavka will cut inside. And then they'll carry out. It's Thorpe who will dump in. So Inez Brannan comes back into the game. They're back to full strength. I think she's just going to head back to the bench. Is she staying out there for now? But yeah, no, she's going to stay out. If there's goals and points to be had, I'm sure she'll want to collect them.
I mean, she's sort of still in on for a hat-trick still, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
There's only a few seconds left, though.
Well, indeed. That one is cleared by the Dynamics. That will go the distance and be gathered by Tegan Lavery. But that will do it then. Manchester Storm are in the final. They will play the Caledonia Steel Queens in an all-Northern final. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card, did they?
No, I thought Invicta Dynamics would probably do it. Obviously, at the time, we didn't know they had some players out. But yeah, well done to Manchester Storm. Some good play by them.
It was. Before we sign off, we will just stay on air to bring you the post-game announcements for the Player of the Game awards and, of course, the presentation of the caps, medals and trophies for Invicta. As the handshakes get underway, Andrew, your thoughts on Player of the Game?
Difficult one, especially for Dynamics. Even though Charlotte didn't score, she was there trying to score goals and put it home. She targeted quite a bit, I think. Stuff, so maybe there. As you said, Matt was on the ice quite a bit as well, so maybe another one there. For Manchester Storm, I mean, Tegan Average get the shot out. I mean, she did get a few shots on there and stuff. Apart from that, I thought Jess Thorpe was quite impressive. Obviously started to score and everything. How about you?
Yeah, difficult one. As you say, I don't think anyone really had a bad game for Manchester, did they? They were all pretty good. I thought Jess Burns was a good presence on the blue line. As you say, Lavery getting a shutout is always going to put you in contention. Faced quite a few shots, to be fair. So it could be one of them. It'll probably be somebody completely random we've not mentioned, because it so often is, isn't it? But the coaches see something different to what we see. And for Invicta, I mean, I thought Stacey Randall still played well. I think she faced a lot of shots. She made some saves. It could have been perhaps a much bigger margin of victory had she not made those saves. Robin Mapp had a lot of ice time out there. Tammy Phipps did. Mel Prowse did. Christina Ivankova was very good on the point. Maybe Charlotte Davenport Jeffrey as well. She had a lot of ice time. We shall see.
Definitely. I mean, when you get games like that, it's sometimes hard, especially when a team doesn't score. It's hard to choose the player.
Yeah, definitely. We will stay on air to bring you the results of that, though. Hopefully, they won't take too long to get them to us for the announcement. We are now at almost 20 past midnight. So the officials coming over to the timekeeping bench. Hopefully they'll be able to relay that for the to say who is player of the game, and then that gets texted up to us here in the country, and Colin will read that out, and that's the first we hear of it, and we will relay that back home to you, or back to you. Well, no, I'm too tired to even work out the correct grammar and sentence structure of that. You know what I mean. Yeah, it has been sent up. Colin has been told. We will await the announcements. So here we go. Player of the game for Invicta.
It goes to number...
And keep the suspense building. Seems they've sent the wrong number up to, or a number that isn't on the game sheet, which certainly doesn't help Colin when he's trying to read it out. I can sympathise.
I've got a number, it's not the number any...
Yeah, of all the times for this to happen when people just want to go home. And it has been the longest day, but it's been an enjoyable one. 7 games of hockey.
Been a very enjoyable game today. Some very good close games and everything. Bit shame this one might not have been a little bit closer.
Yeah. It goes to number 19, Tammy Phipps.
Tammy Phipps, yeah. Well done to her. I mean, we did say she spent a lot of time on the ice and was instrumental, really, in keeping her team going. So well done to her.
And for the Manchester Storm women, they're giving it to number 95.
You called. You said Jess Burns was.
Yeah,
a possibility.
I thought she had a good game. She controlled the blue line well. She was confident. She had a lot of ice time. She was, keeping it going, keeping the puck inside the zone. Yeah, I thought she had a good game. I seem to remember her playing well at Whitley Bay last season in the 16s league. or 16s division, and playing well then. And yeah, she's someone who always impresses.
But we still have some presentations. Invicta Dynamics come forward in the late.
So now I'll have the presentation for the Invicta Dynamics of the medals and the caps. And they are thankfully going through it quickly. I think the girls themselves, they know it's late. They want to get back to the hotels as well. But 7 games of hockey, Andrew. It's a late finish, but we've enjoyed it today, haven't we?
There's been some really good games today. I mean, that 6-3 comeback from Top Cats was a brilliant game. That first game that we both called together, going to a shootout. There's been some really good highlights, and a couple more games still to go tomorrow.
Indeed, yeah, 2 more games, 2 finals. Do join us please do join us tomorrow from 10 o'clock. And here comes the trophy then.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your WNIHL Division 2 South Elizabeth League champions for 2025-26 are...
So, Robin Mapp then with the trophy takes it to her team, and congratulations and nice sporting stick taps from the Manchester Storm as well. That's nice to see. Well, folks, I'm going to leave you with these pictures for the next few seconds as we head off, and it's been a pleasure. We'll see you all tomorrow, and hope you enjoyed the coverage.
Once more, we will see them tomorrow, the Manchester Storm women. And once more, for your Division 2 South Elizabeth League champions, the Invicta Dynamics. All that's left for me to say is, before my voice gives out, thank you once again for hanging around. Thank you, Aisha.